All right. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your night to listen to me talk Phoenix Suns. And even though I say this before every live show, I'm anticipating this is going to be a shorter show. But I feel like every time I say that, we go for like an hour or longer. You guys already know the drill here. Do me a huge favor. Make sure to Hulk smash that like button. Please subscribe. Let me know if we are sounding and looking good. And yeah, we're pretty much just going to be talking about Bradley Beal's return, which, I mean, if you can't tell by the title, if you've been living under a rock and everything, Bradley Beal is available for tomorrow. So we're going to be reacting to some things that he said at practice. Me just kind of giving my thoughts and everything. But I guess the real anticipation for Suns fans and the real want is the big three, obviously. I mean, that's the reason we have the team that we have now, is because of the big three. And we want to see it on the court. We want to see it on the court because we only saw it for what, 12 minutes or whatever, first half during the preseason. We haven't even seen it during the regular season. So I understand why Suns fans are, highly anticipating it and are losing patience and everything. But as we're going to kind of talk about here, these things do take time and injuries suck. You cannot control injuries. Whether you are a fan of the KD trade or the Bradley Beal trade or wherever the case may be, even if you hate the trades and everything, you can't control injuries. It's just how sports work. And if you're somebody that hates injuries, you probably shouldn't be a fan of sports or basketball. Thank you so much for Chantel and Jeremy letting me know we are looking and sounding good. I do appreciate it. Jeremy says it's like a Miami Beach club in here. Oh, that was so good. Shout out to that DJ, man. That straight up. And look, first off, let me go on a mini rant here. I'm not going to lie. I like Steve Kerr. I do. I mean, the guy's literally had like every single job in the NBA, and I'm not even joking. But he did sound like an old man, and he deserved to have that thrown back in his face. So I'm so glad that DJ did that. And I think more teams should do that, especially the Phoenix Suns. Thank you, Chantel, for letting me know we are looking and sounding good. She also says, love your live streams. I do appreciate that. Phoenix says it's going to take time to build chemistry, but we are definitely back. Exactly. Phoenix says, bring Steve Kerr to the Valley Club. Exactly. All right, you guys, enough of me rambling on. Let me just crack open my little Fanta. I haven't had one of these in a long time. So yeah, let's crack this open and get started because you guys aren't here to listen to me rant about Steve Kerr. Cheers. Delicious. I also got a little bit of water right here as well. All right, you guys. So obviously Bradley Beal is back. And I thought it'd be fun this time to react to his post-game, post-practice shoot-around via the Phoenix Suns YouTube channel. Now, they uploaded a post-practice media availability, Frank Vogel and Bradley Beal. Maybe we'll react to the Frank Vogel stuff later, but Bradley Beal starts around the 4:10 mark here. This is on their YouTube channel. If you want to check it out later, let me just pull this up real quick. Share that screen, full cap this. Sorry, guys, one-man show here. You already know the drill. Take a shot, for the amount of times you've heard me say one-man show here. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to put on my headphones and we will react kind of to what Bradley Beal had to say. I'm going to probably pause it a lot and kind of just talk about specific things that he said and just kind of my thoughts around them. But yeah, you guys, Bradley Beal is back. So let me just put on my headphones here. Give me a second here, guys. Sorry about that. Again, let me know if you guys can hear this. I'll turn it up as loud as I can. And here we go.
Welcome back.
I know the questions are kind of hard to hear, but the audio is great on this. So just hold on.
I'm excited. It's been a process for sure. It's been a game of patience. But I'm definitely ready for sure. I'm excited about it.
Curious just about the process. And from looked like you weren't going to play and then being out, and then 4 weeks later we're here. So I'm curious, just that roller coaster and then working through what you had to work through to get back.
I mean, it was more mental than anything. Obviously, a lot of things were out of my control. I mean, nobody's in control of being injured. I think that's probably one of the biggest frustrations that a player can have. And then the frustration part of just it would literally being kind of a day-to-day process, you know, of how you feel, the recovery process the day after from working and putting your body through the stress. So it was definitely a mental challenge for sure of just getting over the hump the last few weeks. But we have a great staff here that pushed me to the limits to get me back, get me stronger, and making sure I'm in a good place before coming back out again.
Sorry, guys, I had to unmute myself real quick, you guys. What did I say at the very start of this live show? You cannot control injuries. And also, I talked about this in the video yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, please help support the channel. Go check out that video. These things are a day-to-day situation. We can all pretend like we're doctors online. Oh, I've had a back injury. Oh, I've had an ankle injury. But we do not know anything. Let's be real, Suns fans. We do not know anything. The players know. And shout out to Bradley Beal, who credited the Phoenix Suns medical staff and the coaching staff and all of them for working with him to get him back 110%. And I can't believe I didn't say this at the start of the show. And I was going to kind of talk about it later. But real quick, you guys, I am fully confident when I say this. And I'm not trying to jinx anything. I will knock on wood as I say this because I have a wooden desk right here. If Bradley Beal was not 110% ready to go, he would not be playing tomorrow. I'll knock on wood when I say that, but I really believe that. Bradley Beal is 110% back. Let's keep listening to what he had to say. Like I said, I'm going to kind of like pause and all that as we are listening to this. But I wanted to react to the media stuff that he was saying and just kind of give you guys my thoughts. And we're going to kind of react to some other stuff. It's going to be a great show. We're almost 10 minutes in. Do me a favor, y'all. Crush that like button and let's go.
Beyond excited, man. He's playing at an elite level right now. It was tough. It was tough the last couple of games, just seeing him get double teamed, triple teamed, and I'm like, that's what we want to avoid. You know, that's what we're trying to stay away from. So I'm definitely happy that I can come in and fill that void for him, relieve a little bit of pressure, and just try to keep uplifting his play because he's playing at an elite level right now. I just want him to stay right where he's at mentally, and however I can help contribute to that, that's what I'm gonna do.
How are you trying to watch him play now? Where do you see yourself fitting and trying to fit in early on this year?
There's a few areas. I'm not gonna give out all my secrets, but it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be a fun game. You know, I think just from our love of the game and our passion and just joy we have on the floor. I'm just excited to be a part of that, but just where I being out the last month, 2 months, I can see plenty of where I can lead, where I can, you know, find my niche on the team and where I can be aggressive and help us out a lot for sure.
Okay. That gets me kind of excited right there. Because Bradley Beal said pretty much, I'm not going to give out all my secrets. It's going to be a fun game. Even though he hasn't been like on the road and traveling with the team, and I haven't even really seen him on the bench at certain home games, at least not most home games, I know Bradley Beal's been watching the games. I know he's been looking at film while he's been in this rehab, you know, recovery and everything. That gets me pretty excited. And also when he kind of said, I'm paraphrasing here, but I think he said like fill certain holes and all that, that gets me excited. And yes, obviously, we're still going to have to see if KD's playing tomorrow and everything. We're probably not going. I talked about this last video and everything. We're probably not going to find that out maybe until 2 hours or an hour before the game. Stay tuned to this channel for that. But I don't care, you guys. Bradley Beal is back. Devin Booker's going to be playing. And we'll go over the rest of the Suns and the Warriors injury reports in a little bit. But that gets me pretty excited. Bradley Beal seems 110% ready to go. And he's looking forward to the game. I'm sure he's going to have trouble sleeping tomorrow. Even though he's played in 3, regular season games already, this time it feels different. And the road to his recovery, I'm sure, was not easy whatsoever. So I love what Bradley Beal just said right there. Let's continue to listen in.
Katie has talked about how he's helped you a little bit in this process, reaching that great patience. How has maybe the team helped you during this stretch?
A lot, because honestly, I probably would have played and been hard-headed probably through the process if I didn't listen to my teammates. I think they more or less gave me more confidence and just kind of made me feel better about the situation. Like, it sucks to be hurt. Like, nobody wants to be hurt, and especially when you're somebody who they look at you to help contribute to the success of the team. So I hate to be in that position, but to hear it from Kay and hear it from Book, like, take your time, make sure you're 100%. Like, we got it. We have more than enough to stay afloat and push this thing to where we want to go. We need you, down the stretch. And so, like, that made me feel awesome every single day. It frustrated me, but because I wanted to be out there super bad, and I wanted to be out there with them. But more than anything, man, it just speaks volumes of them, of their character, and just their mindset when it comes to us as players.
Okay, another thing that I love that he talked about, and look, I'm not trying to sit here and preach to you guys. I'm not trying to sound like I'm right about everything, because I've been wrong on stuff before. But you guys, again, I cannot repeat this enough. You cannot control injuries. Bradley Beal didn't get traded here thinking, oh man, I'm going to be injured all season. No, he came here expecting to be healthy. Things happen. Have you guys actually played basketball? It is a physical sport. You can get hurt. You get hurt a lot. So what I'm trying to say here, you can't control injuries. Also, I love that Devin Booker, who, yes, is a veteran at this point, Kevin Durant, who is what, this is year 15, 16 or whatever it is, and the rest of his teammates are like, yo, Bradley Beal, we got you. Like, yeah, I know we're 12-10, and that's a completely different conversation and all that, but like, they were like, we got you, Bradley Beal. Take your time. Because you guys, I have said this so many times, countless. I sound like I can't even spit the words out right now. Devin Booker wants to play every single game he can. Kevin Durant wants to play every single game he can. And the same thing with Bradley Beal, you guys. These guys, even like the 10th, 11th man on the bench wants to play every single game they possibly can. So I love that Bradley Beal was a little bit hard-headed. I love that he wanted to be out there with his teammates. I loved that Booker and KD and all them were like, hey, we got this, man. Take your time. Because we all know what we are playing for, Suns fans. We are playing for an NBA championship. Like, yes, the regular season is important. Obviously, you got to win, a certain amount of games to get into the playoffs, and the playoffs aren't easy. But guys, we're playing for a championship. This is our championship window. And that's why we got Bradley Beal, to help us get there. So I love that KD and Book are saying that. Shout out to my friend Haley. Appreciate you being here. Coming soon to an arena near you. Beal, Book, and KD. Fingers crossed, because again, if you're just tuning in, we have not gotten the official word. By the way, if you haven't seen the title, Kevin Durant is questionable, but we're going to talk about that later. Shout out to Kenny. Appreciate you being here. And Charles says, it's going to suck if Brad outplays the league expectation of him and not be eligible for season awards. Speaking of that, just real quick, unfortunately, that already happened. He's already missed over 18 games, and he is ineligible for any in-season award. So it's kind of funny that you say that. But yeah, hopefully he does play extremely well and is just consistently on the court. That was why I think we shut him down and reevaluated him and all that stuff. It's like we want to make sure that you are here to stay, Bradley Beal. Let's continuing on listening to this because there's some other stuff that I want to touch on.
Of helping lead this Suns team, what does leading them look like to you?
Oh, I mean, it's a collective effort. Obviously, we have a three-headed snake, and it's kind of a go as we go type of atmosphere. But more than anything, it's just the approach, and having the accountability, the self-accountability between myself, Kay, and D Book. Like if we all are accountable with each other, that just trickles down to the rest of the team, and I think that'll propel us into a direction we need to go. And I think just from our mindsets of just being hoopers, of just and loving the game, and I think it'll make it easy for us to do so. But it'll be collective. We have a lot of vets, which helps. We don't have to do a lot of teaching. We don't have to stop and kind of mentor a lot of or things like that. So it's cool to be able to hit the ground running and be able to implement, do things on the fly. But we have good character guys, so it's very easy to kind of to lead and keep our camaraderie the way it is.
You mentioned the mental process of getting back to do diligence every day to get your body right. You're dealing with that, all the eagerness to see you guys in your full form. How do you kind of chug through that? What's the feeling now that you finally are back? Is it relief, hunger, excitement, all of the above?
I mean, it's all of the above. But I'm happy to be back on the floor. I'm just blessed to be back on the floor, blessed to be healthy, blessed to have an opportunity to play this game. I love it dearly. I'm on an awesome organization. I just want to be able to go out there and have fun just playing here, So obviously I'm excited about it, but to me, this is year 12. It's another game. I'm locked in. However I can help this team win and push us forward.
You've been out for an extensive period of time when you were in Washington, and it was different where they were more reliant on you as the guy. But now that you're here, is it kind of like less pressure or more because of the hype around the big three here?
Pressure is always a funny word because everybody has a different definition and expectation of pressure. But, I mean, we obviously have our goals and our expectations of what we can be and what we can do. Like you said, it's totally different than being in Washington where I had to carry a lot of that load and availability and being on the floor. And it's not like that here, So that definitely played a role until, like I said earlier, like having teammates that encourage you to take your time, whatever it takes, for you to be healthy, do that. However much time it takes, take that time. And that's very encouraging, So I'm just happy that I can be a part of a team like that. And I'm excited to be back and stay back.
You've been going against your old team since Sunday, so if you're going to play. So how does that feel going up?
Real quick, you guys. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to repeat this last part real quick.
You to be healthy, do that. However much time it takes, take that time. And
hold on.
That's
Wait
very encouraging, So I'm just happy that I can be a part of a team like that. And I'm excited to be back and stay back.
Let's replay that again.
And I'm excited to be back and stay back.
You've been going against your old team.
I'm excited to be back and stay back. That's kind of why I wanted to sit here and react to the Bradley Beal stuff, specifically for that quote. I'm excited to be back and stay back. That's what it's all about right there. That's why I kind of wanted to do that live show, just because he said that. And I kind of already touched on it. But that gets me excited as a fan that one of our superstar players, Bradley Beal, just said, I'm excited to be back and stay back. Because again, you guys, I really do believe that if Bradley Beal wasn't 110%, he wouldn't be back. We wouldn't be having this live show right now. I wouldn't be updating you guys on the injury. And that gets me excited. Now we just got to keep the rest of the team healthy And we'll talk about KD here in a little bit, but that was kind of the main thing. And maybe later we'll react to the last 3 minutes of his little, post practice shoot around and everything. But that was what I wanted to react to. And speaking of reacting to things, the Suns uploaded a couple of things to their Twitter earlier. But first, we'll do the highlight one. They uploaded, let me just share this tab, pull this up. They uploaded this little clip of Bradley Beal at practice, and we're going to watch and react to it. Specifically try to focus on Bradley Beal and how he's moving here. I'm going to kind of lower the audio. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. It's just the players, mic'd up and everything. But here we go. So Bradley Beal getting up some jump shots. This is from today's practice. Coming off of a screen. Nice little pass there to Yuta. Yuta, that looks like Saban Lee for the three. There's Bradley Beal cutting to the rim, slows it down a bit. Looks like he's moving okay. Drives in, slams it down right there. Getting up some shots right there. Bucket. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. We'll watch that one more time, and then we're going to react to another little post-practice thing here from Bradley Beal. Sort of a different look. This came from the Phoenix Suns Twitter account. So I wanted to react to that real quick. Nothing really like groundbreaking here, but it's good to see Bradley Beal and what he looks like. And speaking of the Phoenix Suns, you guys, like I mentioned before, earlier, they tweeted out, this was actually I believe right before I went live, they tweeted out this picture of Bradley Beal. Available. Frank Vogel on Bradley Beal's status for tomorrow's game. He's available. He's back. Bradley Beal is back, y'all. I love it. Somebody responded with this picture of Bradley Beal smiling. That's hilarious. Doesn't even look like Bradley Beal for some reason. But anyways, you guys, speaking of Bradley Beal returning and everything, shout out to Dwayne Rankin from the Arizona Republic, Arizona Central. This was before practice ended, but here is Bradley Beal getting up some shots. Going to lower that so you guys can actually hear me because the audio is loud. Yeah, just getting up some shots. Dribbling. Looking good. Looks comfortable, which is really important. Looks like he's moving well. Because again, you guys, if he wasn't 110%, he wouldn't be out there. This is Bradley Beal post-practice. Shout out to Dwayne Rankin for this footage. Speaking of footage, there's another clip that we're going to react to. Not a Bradley Beal clip. It's actually a Kevin Durant and a Bull clip. I can't wait to react to that in a little bit. After we get done watching this, just going to kind of give you guys some final thoughts. We're also going to read the full injury report and everything for the Suns and the Warriors. We're going to go over the schedule, and then we might talk about something else, like another NBA Suns related thing. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, get them in right now. This is the time to get your comments, questions, concerns in right now. All right, you guys. So I think there was another practice clip, but you guys have seen enough. You guys get the point. Bradley Beal is back. So I kind of want to just give you guys some final thoughts here on the Bradley Beal situation. First off, let's just start right here. Like I said, here is, as of, I'm recording this at 9:15 Central Standard Time, my time. Here is the Phoenix Suns injury report ahead of the Suns Warriors game tomorrow. Bradley Beal is available. Kevin Durant is questionable. Now, again, he was at practice today. I don't think he was a full participant in the practice, although, again, there's a clip that we're going to react to later of Kevin Durant. Grayson Allen is still out with that groin injury. That sucks. And Nazir Little is in concussion protocol and has an orbital fracture. Ouch. Now, Frank Vogel did say that he will have a mask when he comes back. But to those two injuries, I got to say, ouch. And, with Kevin Durant, I hope that he is okay and comes back soon. And if I read correctly, I believe the only player that is out for the Warriors tomorrow is Gary Payton II. I believe he's been out for a while now, and probably will still be out. But yeah, that is your Phoenix Suns injury report ahead of the Suns Warriors game tomorrow. Also, I forgot where I read this. It might have been Arizona Central. And I'm literally reading this line by line, but the Ailing Suns have dropped 4 out of 5 games and are 12 and 10 on the season. I have more thoughts on that later, by the way. Booker has missed 9 games. Durant has missed 3 games. The Suns will have had 3 days off between the Sacramento Kings loss, which was Friday. They've had 3 days off since, and the Warriors matchup. Phoenix has 11 of its next 14 games at home. Let me repeat that, Suns fans. We've had 3 days off since Friday, and we have 11 of the next 14 games at home. I love that. And Frank Vogel did say he hopes to have the big 3 on the court for a bulk of this stretch. Now, before I kind of put a bow on the Bradley Beal stuff, we're over 27 minutes. Do me a huge favor, y'all. Crush that like button. Share the show. If you guys do share the show, make sure to tag me in it. I would really appreciate that. And real quick, you guys, speaking of the Phoenix Suns, next, 11 out of their 14 games being at home, I just want to quickly kind of go over the schedule. And I don't have it uploaded. I do apologize, but I'll just kind of read you some of the key games here. Obviously, tomorrow against the Warriors, former Phoenix Sun legend Chris Paul and Phoenix Sun fan favorite Super Dario himself. Tomorrow, that it's a home game. I mean, our next 4 games are home games. Then, speaking of fan favorites, Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, the twins, they're home. They're back. Everybody's going to be watching that game because of the twins, and I'm pretty excited. And, Brooklyn, I think, has been playing a little bit better, I believe, as of late. And they got a good team. They have a lot of young pieces. I don't really necessarily know their direction. I don't even know if they'll be a playoff team this year, but they have pieces to build around this core. And I think Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are a part of their future. I mean, that's pretty safe to say. So everybody's going to be tuning into that game. Then we have Thursday off, and then Friday we play the Knicks, who, real quick side note, they just lost Mitchell Robinson probably for like 2 months. He's out like 8 to 10 weeks, and that sucks because he was playing great basketball. He was arguably playing the best basketball of his career, but they're a good team. They got Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, a few other good guys over there, and they're a pretty good team. That's going to be a good game, but we all know Devin Booker plays really good against the Knicks. Then we play the Wizards on Sunday. They are terrible, but I feel like that could low-key be a trap game. But I'm expecting a win. And then it looks like we play Portland on Tuesday, which I think that's the 19th. And the schedule goes on and on. So I kind of just wanted to recap. Again, you guys, 11 out of the next 14 games are at home. Our final game of 2023, by the way, is against the Orlando Magic, who are one of the best teams in the East. You heard that right. If you haven't been paying attention, the Magic are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, and they're probably going to make the playoffs. Don't be surprised if they do. That's our final game on the 31st, New Year's night, against the Magic. And then at home, they're both at home, the Magic, and then this game on January 1st. The Suns are probably going to be hungover, but play the Blazers at home January 1st. So we'll talk more about the schedule later and in future shows and all that. I just kind of wanted to go over some of those games right there. Okay. Before I get to some comments and questions, again, if you guys have comments and questions, this is the time right now to get them in. I kind of just wanted to give you guys some final thoughts. We're going to react to a couple more things here, and then we'll wrap up the show. Again, you guys, to put a bow on it, you can't control injuries. I am super excited that Bradley Beal is back and ready to go. Also, I don't know why I still have my headphones on. Also, I'm just glad that, if you missed yesterday's video, which again, go check that out right now. I love what Devin Booker was saying about Bradley Beal, how excited he is to have him back. And just everything Booker was saying yesterday, it really does look like Bradley Beal is ready to go. Frank Vogel said he looked good, and I'm super excited for that. And these things take time. Like tomorrow is one of those days where I do encourage you guys to kind of be glued to your phone, and I'll do my best to tweet it out or to make a quick little YouTube short or whatever. Even if I just have to turn on my camera and upload a quick little video saying, Kevin Durant's playing, the big three are playing, it's legit. You know what I mean? But like, we may not know that until maybe like an hour or two before the game. So I'm just kind of giving you guys a heads up, like be glued to your phone, but like we may not know. Maybe we'll know tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. But the big three is on the way. I promise you guys. And my comments have been filled, and my Twitter responses are like, the big three's never going to play, and injuries this, injuries that. It's like, shut up. You guys can't control injuries. Let's just be thankful for the team that we have now. We have superstar players. We have a deep bench, and I know we're 12-10, and I know a lot of the season has been a little disappointing and a bit of a letdown. But if you haven't been paying attention to the rest of the league, it could be a lot worse. Because if there is one thing I have been wrong about, it's the Detroit Pistons, who have lost 20 in a row. Yes, Monty Williams is their head coach, and no, it's not all Monty Williams' fault. I mean, I guess he has a little bit to blame, but it's not all his fault. It could be worse, Suns fans. Appreciate the team we have now. Appreciate the fact that we are contenders. Appreciate the fact that we are deep and we have an owner who loves to spend money. And appreciate the fact that we have the front office that we do and the coaching staff, because damn it, it could be a lot worse. Let me take a sip of my Fanta. Then we're going to talk some other not Bradley Beal related stuff. Cheers. And like I said, I thought this was going to be like a 30-minute show. We're already past 30 minutes, so probably going to be about an hour. Anyways, I wanted to react to this because I thought it was hilarious. Shout out to my guy Trevor Booth. I don't know if he's watching right now. I saw him upload this. I saw Clutch Sports upload this. Let me make sure this is the right video. Click out of that. I just love this because you guys know I'm a fan of Bol. You guys know that. I know a lot of people don't like him and whatever. You know, that's your opinion. I love Bol. I'm sorry, but this is hilarious. I'm going to kind of just fast forward here. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at KD for a second. I actually won't fast forward. It's only 55 seconds. You guys can watch this with me. Let me just share my screen here. Sorry, you guys. You know the drill, one-man show here. So, yeah, you know, the tweet was, you know, a little injury report and everything, and I absolutely love this. I'm going to lower this so you guys can see it. First off, let's just take a look at KD. I'm going to specifically focus guarding Saben Lee here. Looks like he's moving pretty well there. I mean, Saben Lee's a quick guard. And the reason we're watching this is really just for a Bol reaction, but I still want to kind of look at KD. So here's KD on there. Looks like Chimezie Metu. Okay, the little one-handed floater, you know, jump shot. I like that. He's looking pretty good. Now, again, looking good in practice compared to an actual 48-minute basketball game is a completely different thing. But, yeah, right there. That was the reaction I wanted to react to. Look at Bol right here. So it's KD and Bol. Look at this. This is so good. KD, little spin move. Fadeaway shot. Bol, who has a huge wingspan, by the way, can't hit it. And look at Bol. Puts his head. I love that. I just absolutely look at KD. Looks like he's having fun there. That is so good. We got to watch that like a million times, y'all. I love that. KD with the little fadeaway. Bol's like, no. That's just how hard it is to guard Kevin Durant on a daily basis. Look at that. We can watch this like a million times, y'all. Bol is us. He's reacting like we would be if we were guarding Kevin freaking Durant. I love that. Come on, let's watch it one more time, and then we'll let the rest of the clip play out. KD's looking pretty good, y'all. I'm not trying to jinx anything, but he's looking okay. Come on, let's get some positivity going here, y'all. And yes, I do see your guys' comments and questions. I will get to them before we wrap up the show. Let's just finish out this clip real quick. I love that. And here's one more clip with KD and Saben Lee. KD drives in, kind of throws a little shoulder. Okay, little fadeaway. Good defense by Saban Lee there. Caused him to miss the shot. All right, one more time with this clip, y'all. We just got to watch it one more time. I love it. Bull's just, that's so good, y'all. All right, guys. Before I get to your guys' comments and questions, and yes, I will get to them, I woke up kind of late this afternoon, not going to lie to you guys. Kind of woke up late this afternoon, and I saw PJ Tucker trending. Which, first off, before I say anything, PJ Tucker was one of my all-time favorite Phoenix Suns ever. I loved his hustle, his defense, his grit. He's the biggest sneakerhead in the NBA. I will always love PJ Tucker. I got a chance to meet him a few times. I actually met him in Vegas one time. That was awesome. My friends were there. We were out and about. He was shopping, and we politely, walked up to him, got a couple pictures, talked to him for a little bit. And then beyond that, I would meet him at certain Suns games and after games. He was awesome. I always loved PJ Tucker. If you haven't been paying attention, there is rumors of a potential, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a buyout, but it was reported today by Shams Charania that both sides are discussing a way to resolve a role for him there or elsewhere, according to league sources, because he's frustrated with his role with the Clippers. And, even before he was traded away, I don't think he's really had that great of a season, and he is getting older, and there's injuries and yada, yada, yada. So what I'm trying to get at here, and I did see the question in the chat here, because Jeremy says PJ Tucker buyout. Because again, I'm trying to get to your guys' comments, questions, concerns. You guys just heard me show my love for PJ Tucker. I do like PJ Tucker. And I guess to answer the question, if there was such a buyout thing or whatever the case, I don't know. I'm not the greatest with salary cap and all that. If there is a way to get PJ Tucker back to Phoenix for like a reunion or a homecoming, I might welcome it, but for the right price. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we didn't get PJ Tucker. What are you doing, Suns? If we don't get him, we don't get him. And yes, I am a fan. I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I love PJ Tucker, man. But the reason I'm a little concerned is because, one, I just kind of mentioned it. He hasn't really had a great season. He's getting older. He's injury prone. And a specific tweet here from my guy John over at the Suns Jam Session podcast kind of sums it up right here, y'all. And look, I know Matt Ishbia has all the money in the world. I get it. I know. Let me kind of zoom in. Can you guys see this? Kind of looks different on my screen. Again, there's the report there from Shams Charania, but John kind of sums it up perfectly here, y'all. 10.4 million. Hard to bring him here without sending Nas or some vet minimum connectors. And he says the word connectors like Monty Williams used to say. I want PJ Tucker back, but not if we're going to have to sacrifice a lot. You know what I mean? I don't want to give up guys that I'm already a fan of just to have some nostalgic reunion homecoming. And another thing too, not trying to sound like a know-it-all, not trying to preach to you guys, but this is just how it is. Just because a player is available or could potentially be available doesn't mean the Suns are looking at him. Maybe this isn't a James Jones, Matt Ishbia kind of guy. Again, just because it pops up on Twitter and Suns fans are talking about it doesn't mean that we're just going to go out and get him. Sure, maybe James Jones saw this. Okay, yeah, PJ Tucker might be available. Okay, whatever. That doesn't mean we're going to go get him. I like to remind Suns fans that, because again, it's just because a player's available doesn't mean we're going to go get that certain player. And again, I love PJ Tucker. If this was NBA 2K and I could, mess around and get him back on the team, sure, I'd get him because the guy brings toughness. He'd be a big body. He could guard certain better offensive players at times and all that good stuff. He is still a good defender. I don't know how the corner threes and all that have been lately. You know, the offensive struggles are there. He's had a rough season and all that. And also, he's a veteran in this league. The guy has been around for years. So I love that. But I'm not crazy about this, y'all. And again, I love PJ Tucker, man. Anyways, spent a little bit too much time on that. Let's continue on to get to your comments, questions, concerns. I'll try to read them all. And let me see. Let's start with Chantel's question here. Also, real quick, let me find the... Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Real quick. Chantel says, are you concerned about how bad J.O. has been playing? Yes, but I'm going to kind of cop out here and say, like, I am concerned, but I don't think it's as, like, terrible as Suns fans are making it out to be. Players go through bad stretches. Josh Okogie never has been, you know, an option on offense. Like, yeah, it would be an added bonus if he could hit those corner threes and get to the free throw line more and hit jump shots and all that. And sure, maybe he hasn't necessarily had the defensive impact that I thought he would this season, but I'm still a Josh Okogie fanboy. I'm rooting for him. I hope he gets out of the slump soon. I'm not too concerned yet, but it is noticeable, especially on the defensive end. Am I right? Wendy says, remember when Shamet had a concussion last year, missed like 3 to 4 weeks? I hope it's not the same with Nas, for real. I love that. Let's see. Charles says, the physicality of the back-to-back should really let us know how Brad is doing by game 3. And if any, I can't read that word for some reason because I'm stupid. Any rustiness should show. So excited to see the big three debut soon. I like how you worded this. I like how you said, like, you know, obviously basketball games are physical, especially back-to-backs. It is going to be physical, but you said should really let us know how Brad is doing by game 3. I absolutely agree with that. Because, you know, it's going to be excited to see how he looks in game 1. I feel like a lot more eyes will be on him in game 2 against the Nets, by the way. And a great defender in Mikal Bridges. But if Bridges does guard Beal, but you get the point. But yeah, then we have one day off at home. You know, all these games are at home. Then we play, I think, the Knicks on Friday, I believe. That's the game that, yeah, we'll kind of know, oh, Bradley Beal's like 110% back, or, oh, I don't know, we shouldn't have brought him back. Fingers crossed that's not the case. I hope Bradley Beal's 110%. We won't even be having this conversation. But great comment, Charles. Speaking of another great comment here, Mark says, you do a great job on your reporting. Keep up what you do, buddy. I appreciate that, man. You know, like I always say, guys, just a one-man show. I just love doing videos. I love talking to you guys about the Phoenix Suns, and I just love the Phoenix Suns. If you guys can't tell by my epic wall back here. By the way, there's a little bit of Christmas stuff up here. Yes, I do celebrate Christmas. I need to put some more lights and stuff here, get this place a little more festive. We already answered the PJ Tucker one. David says, Geek, would you rather trade a starting power forward? Or sorry, Geek, would you rather trade for a starting power forward or a backup point guard? I'm just going to give you a quick answer, David. Great question, by the way. I would trade for a starting backup power forward or a big man, but I wouldn't do anything drastic just yet. But to answer the question, a starting caliber-ish big man. I'll just say that. Shout out to my friend Haley, who says, great B-Day present coming up on Friday. For Friday, she says her birthday is on Friday. Happy early birthday to you, Haley. I hope you get to go to a game, and hopefully the big three are there. And have a great birthday as well. And I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Let's see. Chantel says, what J.O. does on defense is not making up for the liability that he is on offense. Exactly. And I hate to pick on Josh Okogie here, but you could argue the defense hasn't even been that good. And that kills me to say that, y'all. Wendy says, it's going to kill me to see us play against the Twins. It's hard enough with CP and Dario. But yeah, I agree. That game's going to be a little emotional. I'm going to wear my Mikal Bridges jersey t-shirt, probably have some Mikal stuff and all that put up back here. I love the Twins, man. I do agree with Mark here. Don't want to bring Durant back until he's 100% healthy and ready to go. Exactly. Excuse me. Gambino says, I hope they're trying to surprise us tomorrow with Katie. I agree with that. Trying to just make sure if there's any more questions, comments, or concerns. Yeah, Okogie defense is overrated. Slayer's Icon, I hope I read that right, says, hot take, but I think Beal should come off the bench because our starting lineup is crazy. Book and Katie is enough, and he will play the same minutes, but just come off the bench like 8 minutes later. Okay, I'm trying to process your comment there. I get what you're saying. And I do understand it, but I'm not a fan of that. Because one, let's be real. You're not going to tell Bradley Beal, hey, you're coming off the bench. Sorry. We're good on off. We're good at the starting lineup. We're good on offense. You're coming off the bench, you know. Even if it was a 6-man role. And I get what you're saying. But that's where I think the Suns have been pretty good with at least our big three. Is, let's say they do play tomorrow. You're at least going to have two of them, or at least one of them, at least on the court at all times. So I understand maybe, you know, you obviously start them, all three of them, and then maybe you take two of them out early. I don't know if that's kind of what your comment was getting at. You take them out early and then, you know, stagger them and rotate them as you will and do what you need to do. But having Bradley Beal not actually start the game, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm sorry. Like, and again, I get what you're saying. And maybe that's the smart thing. I just can't see it. You're not going to ask Bradley Beal to do that. And don't get me wrong, Bradley Beal is a guy that, at least what I'm grasping and have heard and seen from him, that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win, but not this early, y'all. I've never been a fan of the whole bring Bradley Beal off the bench thing. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Jeremy says, Goodwin and Josh Okogie, J.O., have a similar skill, hustle, body type. I agree with you on that. But Jordan Goodwin is a better shooter. No need to keep Josh around. I don't agree with that last part. But if Josh Okogie continues to struggle, and I'm a Josh Okogie fanboy, maybe you got to have that conversation. Maybe you bench him. Maybe, and I mean like actually bench him. Or you maybe throw him in some kind of trade package. It's all about the Phoenix Suns and not the lousy Lakers and Dodgers. Join their fan club. He's responding to a troll in the chat. Chantel asked a good question. Are you buying the book ones? Okay, first off, I pretend like I'm a sneakerhead, but I'm really not. I do have some nice shoes, and I'm thankful for all the shoes that I have. But first off, I don't even know how much the book ones are going to cost. They're probably going to be extremely hard to get. Maybe once they're more available, maybe. But I'll be real with you guys, and I'm not trying to sound like picky or whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of those shoes. Just saying. I mean, they're cool, and I guess they're kind of growing on me, but I'm not like super crazy about them. But yeah, maybe if they're available and I have the money, I don't know. What do you guys think about them? That's the real question. What do I know? All right, let's see. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, this was a fun live show, y'all. Real quick, before we kind of get out of here, we'll just react to one final thing. And it's just real quick. I'm not like too crazy about it. In case you guys missed it, Kevin Durant, let me pull this up real quick. Kevin Durant was named to the first ever All-NBA in-season tournament team. And specifically what I want to focus on here, I mean, there's that cool picture of Kevin Durant in the El Valle, or however you pronounce that jersey. But specifically the statistics here, Kevin Durant in the in-season tournament averaged 34.5 points per game, which is amazing, by the way. 7.3 rebounds, 6.8 assists. Now, it's really the shooting splits, too. He shot nearly, if you round it out, 61% from the field and 69% from three. The shooting splits were insane. Kevin Durant was great in those games. Shout out to Kevin Durant, making the first ever NBA, all NBA in-season tournament team. But I'm not too thrilled or excited to talk about that because we got, it was rigged from the beginning. Suns got screwed. Yeah. Beyond that, you guys, life is good over here. Just been working hard, trying to pump out as much content as I possibly can for you guys. And look, I'm not trying to explain myself or whatever the case is, but I really have been working hard for you guys. And I say this after every single live show, but the best way to keep supporting the channel is just to keep watching. I encourage you guys to subscribe. I would love for you guys to subscribe because we are on the road to 9,000 subscribers, which is insane. But if you don't subscribe, just keep watching, please. That's all I ask. Watch all the videos I upload and the YouTube shorts. That just helps support the channel, helps keep the lights on here. You know what I mean? Either way, you guys, appreciate each and every single one of you. Even if you're watching later on, thank you guys so much. This was a fun show. I just figured, hey, some pretty big news. We got to talk about it. And again, you guys, I will do my best tomorrow to tweet or post on my Instagram or even just upload I'll literally grab my phone, just upload a quick video the moment we hear the KD news. I don't even care about the views and stuff. I will upload that video as fast as I possibly can. And we'll see. Big 3 tomorrow. What are you guys thinking? Let me know. Either way, y'all, Bradley Beal is back. Devin Booker's back. Let's just pray. Keep our fingers crossed. Let's just pray that the Phoenix Suns can stay somewhat healthy, because if you haven't been paying attention, the league is swarmed by injuries right now. It sucks. Really sucks, y'all. All right, y'all. Appreciate your guys' support. Crush the like button. Absolutely just destroy that like button. Share the show if you could. Tag me in the share. You see the little ticker going down on the bottom here. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you call it. Follow me on TikTok. Anywhere you guys can find me, I'd appreciate it. I might hop back on Threads. I do have a thread, but I haven't posted in a long time. Maybe I'll hop back on that soon. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Appreciate your guys' support. And can't thank you guys enough. Excited for tomorrow. Excited for the games, the back-to-backs. You guys are all amazing people. Happy holidays if you guys celebrate. Merry Christmas to you all. Whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope you have a great one. And even if you don't celebrate the holidays, I hope you are at peace. So I love you guys. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. I'll get to one more comment. Actually, I don't know if I want to read that comment. I don't want to ruin anything, but love you guys. You guys are the best. And we'll see you guys next time. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. Peace out and go Suns.